Welcome to the tutorial about the next generation storage system. As you can see from these shots, it looks slightly different than the version we showcased in our first video ever on this YouTube channel. My name is RedOps and welcome to the next generation storage system version 2. With this storage system, we were actually able to increase speed by over 100%, especially for bulk orders. In version 2, we created a system where you can order multiple Shulker boxes and they all come to you at the same time. This is a change from version 1, which we showcased, where you can only get one Shulker box at a time. Having all the Shulker boxes arrive at the same time, that allows you to quickly take the items you want, and that's very efficient compared to waiting for the next Shulker box to arrive. And it's a smart system where the Shulker box knows how to get back to its correct location. And now, let's get on to the tutorial. So in this tutorial, we'll first focus on the three main components. The first is the item filter, the next is a T flip-flop, and then the final one is the Shulker box dispenser. These are the three main components that make up the entire system, along with some other redstone connections. So let's get started on how to build this. So you want to start one block off the floor, put some blocks for the redstone around. It's a 3 blocks in a V shape, one block being lower. The dispenser will go one block above that one, and then you pull out your blocks and put one next to the dispenser. Next, you put the comparator going from the dispenser down, put a redstone dust underneath, a block on top of it, and then another block of dust next to that block, and a repeater on 3-tick delay. Next, from here, you want to put the hopper in and the first ice stream. This is going to be where the Shulker box returns, and you also will need to put a hopper back here, and that's the key system, and that's how you unlock the hopper for the Shulker box to enter. Next, we fill in the walls with some block. I'll use glass in this case so we can see how the items travel through, but this could be any block just to keep the water from spilling onto your redstone. Next, we will build a decoder system. It's a simple item filter. First, you want to place a block where the Shulker box will be coming out of the dispenser and put some hoppers running into that block. It's only a temporary block, we'll be destroying it later. Next, you'll build the item filter. This is for the decoder, and this is how the key assigns the Shulker box to its correct location. It's 3 blocks out, 1 block down, 1 block around, and makes this circle shape. Next, we connect redstone, put a comparator coming out of the hopper, we put a repeater facing the block forward, and a redstone torch in front. Next, we just want to take a block out here to disconnect the 2 redstone lines. From this, we will be building the system that actually unlocks the hopper to allow the Shulker box to enter. This is the T flip-flop as we showcased. We take a repeater going out from our decoder. We put an observer facing up from the repeater, and then we just build our T flip-flop. A redstone block followed by a few blocks to place your pistons on. There's a sticky piston facing forward, a redstone dust, a redstone torch on top, and a sticky piston facing down. And next, from this observer, you take another block, place it against the observer, a redstone dust, and a repeater set on 3-tick delay. And that's your T flip-flop. The next circuit is to connect the decoder with the dispenser that dispenses the Shulker box. It's a little messy because there wasn't any room anymore in our module, but it does the job. We place some wool down in a pattern, then we place a piston right next to the dispenser. This is just to update the dispenser because it gets powered by the redstone block, and this allows it to update correctly. We take a repeater going away from the dispenser circuit and just put redstone dust all the way around up to that location right next to the filter. From here, we will actually go with a cyan color to take a signal up. It's a redstone dust followed by 2 observers and a redstone dust going with a repeater going into that block, and we put that block just to disconnect the two circuits, and this resets the T flip-flop. Next is to actually build the location where the shulker box will be landing into. We'll have a water stream down here, and we just put some walls next to where the water stream will be flowing and put some packed ice along the bottom. And then from there we can actually build our storage system where it automatically stores the items into the correct shulker box. It's another simple item filter. We put a hopper facing into the filter with another hopper going down from it. That block gets removed. It was only temporary. And then we have a redstone torch, a redstone repeater, and some redstone dust, and a comparator going out of the hopper. From here we will actually build this water stream where the storage system operates. We tested many different possibilities of how to make this most optimal, and the best way is to have glass on either side of the hopper with a ice starting at each module. This allows all the items to successfully store in each shulker box with 100% accuracy. Temporary blocks of slime just to place our chests onto. This is where all the items get stored if they're not in the shulker box. This allows for a lot more items to be stored in your system in case you have more than 27 stacks of a certain item. From this, we have a temporary block where the shulker box will be sitting, and we face the repeater into it. And then we just alternate the hoppers to face each of the chests, and that allows for the items to flow through the chests. And now we can remove all our temporary blocks so it looks a lot cleaner. If you like what you see so far in this tutorial and want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. That will mean so much to us. And now back to the tutorial. The next circuit that we will be building is the actual item selector. We have to come out 2 blocks from the orange ice channel and then build another channel for the item selector. We build 2 walls and then we put some packed ice in the middle for the items to flow through. From here we go to the very edge of the module and we put in our item filter again. As I said, this is a very common system in this module that we constantly repeat building. We create our item hopper that goes into the location where the item filter will be, and then right out next to it we build 2 droppers facing up, and that allows the items to flow back into it. That hopper faces into those 2 droppers, allowing that one item stream to be both the selector and then the return panel to your chest. Here's the item filter once again that we have to build, coming out of that hopper at top, comparator, 3 redstone dust going across, our redstone repeater, and our redstone torch. The next part is to build the system that allows the droppers to return the item into the water stream. It's a little cramped in here, so we put a redstone dust, a redstone repeater right there, that's right next to the redstone torch. Underneath the droppers we put a block of our choice, and then we come out with another diamond out in the back that allows us to send the redstone signal up to the top dropper. This is a redstone repeater and then 2 dust going up to the top. And then another system is to actually dispense our shulker box when we select it. So we put 2 redstone dust at the bottom 2 hoppers, and then we tower up with 2 observers, and we add a redstone repeater coming off of that block like so. And that's basically the module. The next point is to just create our filters. Take any item that you have a bulk of and just name it something that you will never name other items. In this case we're just calling these feathers fill, and these will be our filters for each of our modules. You'll need about 3 stacks. Next point is to just take the feathers and just put them in that pattern. Put 41 in the second slot and just one feather in the last 3 slots of the hopper, leaving the first slot empty. And then you'll come in with the item you want in the module, and you put 2 items into each of these hoppers to be able to select the item later. And this happens in the 3 spaces where you have the item filters. And then the last thing you have to do is throw one more item into the system at the item decoder, and then throw in your shulker box, and that puts the shulker box in its position and is ready to accept items. So there you have it, guys. This is the whole system. This is one module. You can stack these modules side by side, as you can see in this flyby. You're able to stack them exactly right next to each other and even front to back. One thing we recommend is to pause the video and look at how we place the water streams, as we did a lot of testing. And there's a few more circuits. This is the circuit to actually send in the items, and this is the circuit that we actually have to select the items. Basically, they're very similar to one another. The next circuit is the actual shulker box breaking circuit, and then how we actually send in the shulker boxes. This circuit actually limits it to 9 shulker boxes, so I'm sorry about that. And finally, this is the final circuit. It's the key creator, as I called it. It takes the shulker box, it takes one item out of the shulker box, and that item becomes a key, and that's how it unlocks the hopper in the modules. It's basically redstone loops, and you can pause the video to check out how you wire it. And here's the example of how it works. Breaks the shulker box, and the item goes first, and the shulker box follows. And there you have it. That's the entire system. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments. If you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. It will mean a lot for us. We'll try to make more videos on a regular basis, about once a week, for you guys. Different redstone contraptions that we create, or different showcases. Thank you for watching.